Hey there. Should probably invest in some ear pro. In terms of damage for an airgun, that's not bad at all. Especially an airgun pistol. So this is pushing about 70 foot-pounds of energy. I've gotten it to go even higher than that, but as you can see, I think it's more than enough. So I decided to pick up the HUBEN GK1 pistol in 25 caliber, and I'm in love with the gun. So I wanted to tell you guys a few of the common issues that can cause jamming. Now, if you haven't heard, this is the HUBEN GK1 pistol. It's blowing away the market right now as one of the most powerful airgun pistols out there. I'm pushing Alteros 51 grain slugs right around 800 feet per second. And as you can see, they clearly do the damage. If you haven't picked one up already, I recommend going to huben.shop and checking them out. There's a couple other companies that ship to the US, but huben.shop already has them in stock and they're ready for you. So, without further ado, let's discuss how to jam this gun. Sadly, jamming this gun is not that difficult, and most of it has to do with this indexing right here. This indexing allows this magazine to spin freely and actually tells it where to go to. It tells it how much to rotate and clicks the bullets into line as they should be. For the index to work properly, the magazine has to be able to spin freely. That has a slight issue because the magazine here is pretty big and the ammo will slide around, most likely, if you don't get the correct size. This is most prominent when you use pellets, as all pellets are sized in 25 caliber instead of 254. This means that the pellets will actually slide forward in the magazine and block them. Now, you can tell that the pellets are too small or your ammo is too small if you can easily put in the ammo into your gun and not feel any resistance. If your ammo is too small and you actually aim downwards and fire, you will get a jam. As you can see, I can no longer fire. I'll have this moderator on for the rest of the video. It doesn't improve any accuracy, it just saves my ears a little bit. So, how to deal with undersized ammo is actually just tap the gun on the back. This slides the ammo downwards, and these little catches all along the magazine will make sure that your ammo does not go too far out or slide out. As you can see, no jams at that time. My ultimate recommendation for this gun is to use slugs that are properly sized, 254 or 253 caliber. But if you absolutely must use pellets, I recommend getting a swaging kit to try to size up the little skirts on the pellets so that they hold better in the gun. But what if you already are using the correct size ammo and you're still getting jams? What could it be? Well, I've noticed, for me at least, there's a possibility of actually bump firing this gun, where you pull the trigger and by the time you're having the recoil push you back, it's firing a second time. And this will cause a pretty severe jam in the gun. The simple solution to it is either tightening up the screws here in the back. You'll see that they affect how tight your trigger is, or having a tighter grip on the gun. And honestly, doing both at the same time is your best option anyway. I've noticed that this type of jam is actually more prominent in higher power settings for the gun. If you're pushing heavier slugs as well as higher power, somewhere in the 60 to 80 foot-pound range, you're just getting so much recoil back that you're not even noticing that you're pulling the trigger twice. If you do get this type of jam, luckily there is a couple solutions for you. So, first of all, the most important thing is that the index has to go back into place. And if you hear a hissing noise after your jam, that is the gun actually lowering its PSI by just running through the mag. In that case, you'll actually notice that if the gun runs down low enough, this index will automatically click into place and you'll be able to fire again. Before firing, you must make sure that your magazine can still freely spin. As I mentioned, the magazine freely spinning is the entire reason the index works. If your magazine locks like this and does not move anymore, you pretty much only have one of two options. The first option is to try and turn this as hard as possible. If you're able to get it unstuck, then you're in the clear. Spin it and then try to punch it out through the front here, just with a small Allen key, and you can punch right through there and unload the ammo. The only other scenario that you can take this bullet out is by using a ramrod or a cleaning rod through the barrel. If you decide to use a cleaning rod in your HUBEN GK1, I recommend doing two things at the utmost importance. Number one, unscrew these two screws right here, and you will see a brass nut underneath. This brass screw right here will bleed out the entire gun, but you do not want to turn it out fast. The slower you go on the turns, the better. Let this gun slowly leak out. The reason being is this is protected by an O-ring. If that O-ring gets damaged, you will have to replace the O-ring by taking this entire part out and putting in a new O-ring. These O-rings are luckily included in the kit for your repairs, so it's fine to do maybe once or twice. If this leaks, you can pretty much say that your gun's not going to work. Once you've bled the gun, I recommend disengaging the index and actually counter-rotating the magazine. This won't rotate the entire way, but it will actually rotate about 60% of the way. If your gun can do so, then you're pretty much safe to put your cleaning rod down all the way to the bottom. This magazine will then block off your access to the pop valve and you cannot set off the gun. It is extremely important that after you are done removing the jam in your gun, you rotate the magazine into place so that you don't break your index. After that, you should be safe to just flick open and fire. If this video was helpful for you, please do like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Now, I gotta stress once more that the cleaning rod method is the last case resort. Please do not go to that as your go-to for cleaning out your rifle. Try everything else first. Try to twist the magazine or let it degas on its own. Degassing the rifle, as I showed you, can both damage some components, and using the cleaning rod will also endanger you potentially. So I cannot stress this enough, please use it with caution. Hopefully this has helped you learn a bit more about your HUBEN GK1, as well as fix the jam that you potentially have. If you still have any questions or your jam is still not coming undone, feel free to message me and I'll be on it. You can both email me or comment down below. I do read all the comments and try to answer as quickly as possible. That is it for today, and thank you for watching till the end. Hopefully my adventures with the HUBEN GK1 will just continue and I can have a lot more projects to do with it. Thanks and bye bye. Hey there. Did I miss? Hey there. I should probably invest in ear prep. Fuck.